All right, guys, here we got to react to the trailer for the movie 12 Strong. 12 Strong starring Chris Hemsworth.
I was gonna say, what the fuck?
Thor himself.
I was looking. I was like, is that Thor
Yeah.
on a horse?
Yeah. This I don't know what this looks almost like the sequel to the terrible
Strong.
remake. Well, yes, 11 Strong, obviously. No, it looks like a sequel to Red Dawn.
Ooh, it does. It so does.
Yeah.
I hope it is. This looks like to me, and like another attempt for Chris Hemsworth to like leave Thor in like the Marvel universe that will fail miserably. It'll be like Black.
Well, no.
It'll be like Black Hat.
I
and
think
everything
he'll
else.
do a lot of things, and I think many of them will be successful.
He will be fine, but there's a meme with him trying to not be Thor and having it like not go well. Like Cabin in the Woods was fine. Black Cat I think bombed. Ghostbusters was Ghostbusters. Something else bombed or whatever. He's like not had a tremendous amount of luck the way other people have doing like other things. So,
Well, yeah.
it's just like a funny thing for now. We will look back and be like, oh, who even remembers those movies? He's famous for this now. He stopped
Who do
being
you
Thor.
think
Now
the
he's
biggest walk away from Avengers was using that to jump into other things?
Jesus Christ. It's hard because Robert Downey Jr. did kind of the same thing.
But he was already like
He was already on his
famed
comeback.
person. I would argue that Hawkeye is probably the most.
I was gonna say
successful
Jeremy
walk away.
Renner, but I thought we might be like, he's not in things, but he's
Yeah, but
in
he's
a lot
been in
of
a lot of
things.
things that have been successful, I think, since. But like also Mission Impossible and stuff he was in though.
Yeah.
Before I think he was.
But before and after, he's just a working actor who was in
Yeah.
a lot of roles, big and small. And I think
The best of
he's
which
done
is him
fine.
playing. I was going to say Spicoli, D'Agostino in Senior Trip, National
Wow.
Lampoon. That's my favorite role he's ever done.
I remember him from back in like The Recruit and stuff because he looked like some idiot from my school. So we were all like, that idiot looks like you, idiot. No, but like Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. I think have both had experiences of like, I'm gonna go make like a movie to satisfy my creativity, and like I don't know about renewing my contract, and then they go make a few movies and like, fuck that, I'm going back to doing this Marvel shit. Oh
Yeah.
god. But maybe this will be his opportunity.
I doubt it. All right, let's check it out.
I 100% doubt it. In fact, I'm sure of it. Jesus Christ, Stefan.
That was a really great use of a song in
It
that
was a
trailer.
Real fucking movie. Fuck.
So I was like, I've never heard of this, and then it ends with like the declassified story. So I wonder
No,
how
holy
recently that was declassified,
shit.
what that exactly is, what happened. The one line of like, if we don't take that, that's only the beginning. Like I assume they took it, or
I don't know where this fits into history. I heard stories about Afghanistan with like a small number of U.S. soldiers showing up with like equipment and like know-how and like turning the tide of like two forces that were fighting somewhere and like doing good stuff. Not a specific horse soldier thing. But oh my god, I was hoping this would be a post-apocalyptic farce, and this is a real-ass
No, it's a
fucking movie.
deep
Jesus
true story
Christ,
movies.
Right, it's based on a true story fucking war movie with like gritty thing. It has that dude from that other. It has Zod guy, right? That's
Yeah.
The dude. Oh my god, this looks like a real movie. I don't want to see this at all.
Whenever I see things like this, and especially knowing it's a real story, because like you see the first
Yeah.
half, you're like, why would we only send 12 people? What the hell is that?
Ah,
And then you're like, real? This is what we do? Like, what? How elite are our
Yeah.
soldiers that we can send? Like, because this is
Well-
50,000 Taliban, whatever.
I don't know if they expected to face that or what their mission actually was exactly. It might have been, I don't know. But again, like there was a customer at the video store where we used to work who like shared a story of like you show up with like crates of like really good guns and you have like fucking radar shit and like really good shit. So like you can pick what you know like which group of like rebels or like people that you just want to win. You can just send in like he said like 20 people or something like that. But you have like better communication and like support from like satellites and shit like that, and you can just easily have like one side just like steamroll the other side. He might have been full of shit, but that's sort of what this feels like.
Well, no, it makes sense.
Whatever the fuck.
If two armies are fighting with sticks and stones, and you give one
Yeah.
army guns, that
You show
army's
up
gonna
with,
win.
with AKs and night vision and shit like that, and you're just like, holy shit. I don't just horse soldiers and tanks and horses and just
Imagine
God.
how horrible that would be. So you've never ridden a horse, and now you have to fight
I have to shoot on a horse.
horseback.
Oh, and this whole thing of like the people and the wives and the kids. Seems so like sad and like, oh, I'm overwhelmed by how much of a my expectation. Like we were joking about as a sequel to Red Dawn. This is probably something where they're like, fuck, thing. Oh my god.
No, and then it gets real.
So
out of the
it's
sudden.
it's so real. I can't deal with it.
I don't really like the drama-esque movies to begin with, and then when you add in that like, and it's real, you're like,
Yeah.
so the character you like that dies, you're like, oh, that guy is like an actual
And they'll
based
show
on a
their
real
like their
person.
real pictures at the end or something
That,
like that,
yeah.
and you're like, oh my god. I don't like war movies like period, but yeah, like when it's a whole. I didn't see like American Sniper. I didn't see any of those things that have happened. Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. No, I have to leave. It's like the Jerry Seinfeld gif. I have to get out of here.
Yeah, no, but like the trailer does look good. It's an effective trailer. I like the guy who was like the second next to the general, who's like usually doesn't have a shaved head. I forget what that guy's name is, but he was in like Prison Break and Invasion and a lot of other things. Then there's that guy who's typically a comedian, and he would look like he was all straight laced in this.
Interesting. I don't know any of these people.
He's the one from The Hangover that's like tases the guy in the face, in the face.
I never saw Hangover.
God, you're like the worst.
Pretty good.
But no, like this looks like a fine movie.
This
and,
looks
and
like a really good.
against the grain of what I'd usually recommend, but yeah, I'd see this.
Oh man, I don't want to see it. I have to thumbs it down, but it's a great trailer, and this might actually be Chris Hemsworth's breakout thing because this looks like either Oscar bait or like whatever bait. Like it's a real movie. It's a heart wrenching.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs
fucking
up because
story.
the trailer got me. I do want to see it, and I'm also very curious about what our role in this actually is.
Yeah.
What could possibly lead to this scenario? Because I never understand like. Whenever a mission happens,
Yeah.
you know where we are, and maybe there's like, okay, we're gonna pull you out in like 24 hours, or about, like,
Yeah,
maybe this is the
yeah.
time between those two periods. But I'm like, why can't you get us out? Like,
Well,
can't you
and-
see how many red, like, blooded people are in like a facility? Like, our
It
people
would,
are gonna go. Like,
And it would make sense if like we weren't supposed to be there and it was like a covert
Yeah, like, we
suicide
can't get
mission
you
or
out,
something
yeah.
like that, or like we can't go into the air. But then why are you going in there and like what's your goal? Like it has to have to be very. And I'm sure there's something because it happened. So we're gonna be like,
and
oh,
that's
how
why
it
I want to
works.
see.
Fuck.
So I'm like, let me learn some.
Yeah, I'm more interested in like reading the Wikipedia page than I am about actually enduring the film because I feel like, and this looks like one of the better ones to be clear, but I don't want to. I have far too many joke fake movies that are fun to watch before I go through this.
Oh, definitely. So, like, I will definitely put the caveat in of, like, I'm not going out of my way to see this movie. I won't go to the theaters and watch this. I probably won't rent it, but on Netflix, I will check it out.
I wouldn't blame anybody for wanting to see it. It looks like an actual good film.
I don't see enough movies in the theaters, and the ones I do are superheroes or horrors.
Right.
And that's just how I live.
That's fine.
Because I don't think this type of movie is enhanced in the theater. I don't think
Right.
the theatrical experience is needed for this. I think I could be in my bed watching this on the TV and have just as good a
I've,
time as I would in the theaters.
I've lately rediscovered and leaned into my love of like sound design, and I've found that the theater experience, so that's one of my criteria now, is how much will the sound design actually work. And if I were really into war movies, I feel like the booming and like the noises of like the war and feeling like you're in there with the gravelly like would be like a.
That's
an
how I feel about a
enhancement,
horror
yeah.
movie, where I'm like,
Exactly.
something that might not creep me out at all, but
Yeah.
it's so fucking loud might really get to you.
Yeah, they're playing those like
Yeah.
like noises, and then like the jump scare and the whole audio. You can like feel the
Yes,
audience tense up.
that's another
like,
thing, is, like, I
that's
don't-
really big. Yeah.
To gain the power of an audience, I don't need the sad emotions of an audience. I need the
God.
like cheers
I
or
don't
the
want-
screams.
I don't want that energy into me.
I don't need that bad juju on me, you know.
Oh no. Okay, so split decision with 2 asterisks. I think.
Yeah,
is what
one
we're
up,
saying.
one down on this. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below what you think. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.